Hey guys, here in a nutshell with me, Ina. It's going to be a big week for Prime Minister Mark Carney. Bakit? Naku, sa Tuesday po, in just 2 days. Magkikita po sila face-to-face ni US President Donald Trump. Ayan, meron po silang scheduled meeting sa White House. Yan ay matapos po sila mag-uusap muna via phone nitong nakaraang Tuesday. So far, after that phone call, both leaders parang positibo naman ang feedback nilang pareho mula doon sa kanilang phone call. Pero syempre, iba pa rin kapag face-to-face na ang kanilang meeting. Natanong po si Mark Carney tungkol sa magiging agenda nila, anong priorities niya sa kanilang paparating na pagkikita. Ito po ang kanyang sinabi.
And we agreed to meet next Tuesday in Washington. Our focus will be on both immediate trade pressures and the broader future economic and security relationship between our two sovereign nations. My government will fight to get the best deal for Canada. We will take all the time necessary, but not more, in order to do so. In parallel, we will strengthen our relationships with reliable trading partners and allies. Canada has what the world needs, and we uphold the values the world respects.
Specifically, do you want to get out of your first in-person meeting with President Trump, and will you be focused on trying to get the tariffs lifted?
Thank you for the question. For the first meeting, as I mentioned in my remarks, and the President and I discussed when we had our constructive call, there are two sets of issues. There are the immediate tariffs, both sectoral and so-called reciprocal and fentanyl tariffs. And then there is the broader relationship. So addressing both sets of issues. We'll see how that progress goes. It's important to get engaged immediately, which has always been my intention, has always been his intention. And I'm pleased to have the opportunity for quite a comprehensive set of meetings that will take place on Tuesday.
Ito pong next question actually, natuwa ako na tinanong to dahil isa rin yan sa niisip ko. Naalala nyo ba yung meeting more than a month ago or about 2 months ago ni US President Donald Trump and ni Ukraine President Zelensky? Diba? It was a controversial, widely reported meeting dahil parang ang pakiramdam ng ilan na nabully ba si Zelensky nung meeting na yun. Ang tanong ng reporter, paano mo may iwasan na hindi ka mapunta parang sa ganoong sitwasyon? Lalo na sa gitna ng muling pagsasalita na naman ni Trump tungkol dito sa konsepto niya na magiging 51st state ng Amerika ang Canada. Diba? Ito yun,
How do you avoid an Oval Office ambush like we saw happen to President Zelensky?
Look, I go there with the expectation of constructive, difficult, but constructive discussions. That's the spirit of the conversations that the President and I had. You go to these meetings well prepared, understanding the objectives of your counterpart, and always acting in the best interest of Canada, and we'll go from there.
Yan, nako, tignan natin, abangan ko yan, and I will share with you my thoughts also on the discussion, syempre, after that meeting. But you get a sense of how important this meeting is for Carney. Kasi ngayon, meron na talaga siyang mandato, He is now unelected, although by minority government siya, elected na siya ngayon. Okay, so kumbaga, he's in a better position to act on behalf of Canadians. So isa rin syempre sa inaabangan ng mga tao, paano niya ipaglalaban ng Canada tungkol dito sa issue ng tariffs. Okay, dahil alam nyo guys, nakakabahala yung ilang lumalabas na balita ngayon about the estimated number of jobs na maaring mawala dahil sa tariffs ni Donald Trump. Ito po, tingnan nyo, bagong report lang ito, less than a week ago. 68,000 job losses possible in Ontario this year due to US trade war. Okay, this year lang yan tataas pa yung bilang na yan o ina-estimate na dadami pa yan lalo sa mga parating na taon. Andito po nakasulat yan. So 68,100 job losses in Ontario alone this year. Sabi, this figure may increase, madagdagan pa to 119,200 in 2026. At bakang tumaas pa yung bilang na yan to 137,900 jobs in 2029. Grabe, hanggang 2029 na yung estimate nila, no? So these estimates are from the Financial Accountability Office of Ontario, which, according to this report from CBC News, provides independent financial and economic analysis to the Ontario Legislature. I guess para silang isa sa mga pag-aaral na pinagbabatayan ng decision making ng Ontario government. O bakit may ganitong job loss estimate? It's because, again, of Trump's tariffs on Canada and alam nyo na, sa buong mundo. At alam nyo ba kung ano ang sinasabing pinaka-apektadong o sakali man pinaka-maaapektuhang town o bahagi ng Ontario? Okay, actually, I think pinaka-maapektuhang bahagi ng Canada ito sa totoo lang. Is Windsor. Yun, sumakto kung saan po ako nakatira. Sa Windsor, Ontario. Alam niyo naman po, no? A few weeks ago, I also had an episode wherein I shared with you na yung asawa ko po, na-lay off po sila ng 2 linggo, no? He works for the auto sector. After the 2-week period, bumalik naman po sila sa work. And, yun nga lang, this coming week, lay-off na naman po sila. So far, ang sinasabi, 1 week po silang walang work. Who knows if that will be extended? Hindi pa po namin alam. Pero yun na nga, no? Ngayon pa lang ramdam na itong taripa na inimpose ni Trump dito po sa amin. So again, nakasulat dito, Windsor would be the most affected area in the province as employment is predicted to decrease by 1.6% in 2026, the report said. Ang iba pang maapektuhan daw, no, sunod sa Windsor, Guelph, Brantford, and the region of Waterloo and London. O yun. So dahil dito sa trade war na to, sinasabi magkakaroon ng magkakaroon ng pagbagal yan ng economic growth ng Ontario at magtataas ang presyo ng bilihin. Lalong magtataas ang presyo ng bilihin. Pero it would be very good to point out na ito pong estimate ng grupong ito ay ginawa bago ang latest development tungkol sa tariff sa auto ni Donald Trump. Alam nyo, grabe, nahihirapan na ako sa totoo lang mag-keep up dito sa developments tungkol sa auto sector tariffs. Parang kumbaga, di ba, it's been reported na ang pinaka-maapektuhang sectors ng Canada because of Trump's tariffs is the auto sector. Well, now it turns out, according to latest reports from 2 days ago, I believe, so Donald Trump will be imposing auto tariffs worldwide. Okay? Pero ngayon, mukhang exempted ang mga auto and auto parts here in Canada. Ito guys, so tingnan nyo itong mga reports na ito. O, diba? Canadian automobile parts exempted from Trump tariffs according to US Customs. 2 days ago. O, nasulat siya. Ito naman, CUSMA compliant auto parts won't be hit with tariffs. Yung CUSMA po, this is the agreement between Canada, the US, and Mexico patungkol dun sa very much kasi no, na intertwined auto sector nilang tatlo. So sabi, kung compliant sa CUSMA, it won't be hit with tariffs. Ito naman, yun din. Canada auto parts get Trump tariff exemption under CUSMA. Ganun na nga, ano. So I hope, sa ngayon, these are the reports for now. Siyempre sa akin, dahil directly affected kami, I hope it stays this way. Dahil ayoko mangyari yung pinipredict na job losses ng earlier report na sinasabi ko. Actually, alam nyo, meron pa nga soundbite dati, yung mayor ng Windsor, that the unemployment rate here in Windsor could reach 30%, no? Kung talagang matuloy daw po yung yung dating sinasabi ni Trump. O dati niya nga binabantang tariffs. But now, things have changed. I don't know if that is going to be it. We will find out. I hope to hear more details about what's going to happen on Tuesday, diba? Or after Tuesday's meeting. Meron pong ilan pang mga nagtatanong, ano pa ba ang balak gawin ni Mark Carney? I had an episode po kasi tungkol sa immigration side lang po. But sige, let's talk a little about what his plans are beyond immigration. This is from the Financial Post. Carney promises the biggest transformation of economy in a generation. Yan, noong kanyang pong first press conference. Yung biggest transformation, I believe this involves the construction sector especially. So I think there really will be a construction boom in the coming years. I hope so. If that is going to be the case, then there will be a great demand for workers in that sector. Take note, no? Sa mga Filipino workers dyan. Sabi niya dito, he is promising to embark on the biggest transformation of Canada's economy since the end of the Second World War. So meron akong medyo bullet points, guys, sa summary sa mga binanggit po niya dito sa article na ito. I'll just read it out for you, no? So of course, nabanggit niya po dyan yung priorities niya dun sa meeting niya with Donald Trump. Isa pa po, yung meron siyang planong tax cuts for the middle class if starting July 1st. I think that's a 1% tax cut. I don't know how big of an impact that will have. Tapos, cutting government waste. Ayan, or government spending rather. Removal of federal barriers to internal trade by Canada Day. Canada Day is on July 1. Okay, ang ibig sabihin po niyan, tatanggalin niya lahat, kumbaga, ng red tape and other factors na nakakalimit ng trade within the different provinces of Canada. But then, we have to remember, kailangan po, for that to work, the provincial barriers, okay, yung mga iba't ibang policies naman po ng mga probinsya dapat magluwag din for that to be a success. Yung may $20 billion na ine-estimate nakikitain from retaliatory tariffs to the US. Gagamitin daw niya para suportahan yung mga malilay off na workers. Isa rin po yan sa inaabangan ko, no? Panong support? Dati meron po siyang nabanggit na enhanced employment insurance. Wala pa pong detalye how that will happen, how that will look like. So, isa rin po yan sa inaabangan ko. And of course, inulit din po niya yung kanyang cap, okay, sa bilang ng mga temporary workers, temporary residents here in Canada until 2027. Actually, guys, no, sabi niya, ililimitahan niya, ibababa niya ang bilang to 5% of the population. Kung 40 million ang estimated population ng Canada ngayon, ang 5% is 2 million. Okay? Ang reports na nababasa ko in Canada, there are currently about 3 million temporary residents. Kasama po dyan ang mga temporary foreign workers at international students. So, ibig sabihin, may 1 milyon, okay, na kailangang either umalis ng Canada or mag-transition into permanent resident para mawala sila dun sa bilang na yan. Okay? So, ayun, marami tayong aabangan this week. Yeah, I'll try to update you as much as I can about this topic. If you have other topics in mind, guys, put them down there and I'll see what I can do. Kung feel kong carry kong pag-uusapan, yeah, I'll do it maybe, no? For now, dito na po muna tayo nagtatapos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!